It's a lovely good evening, everybody, and I wish you all well. We've had some rain here. I say we, I'm always referring to myself and Jack, of course. And I've just set the camera down here on the edge of my desk because I wanted to say a few thank yous, and I always forget to say thank you. It's not that I forget, well, it's not that I forget to say thank you. It's that my life goes on at such a pace all the time that I put things down and I actually do forget then to say thank you. But it's not in a negative way, please. It's just I get sort of subsumed into everyday life. So I have made it imperative now to do at least one video a week where I say thank you to people, and where I also bring people in to the space that is Bealtaine Cottage. People who are in dire straits, are in trouble, need help. It can only be a good thing for this channel that brings so many good people in, becomes a little hub now and again for people who need to have a share of the good energy that I have been blessed to have had this week. Now, first of all, I want to say, as far as Patreon goes, it's my plan, which I've started, to do a little, a sort of a podcast for my followers, my supporters on Patreon. And I'm going to try and do that podcast at least 3 times a week and post that up there. And it'll be a podcast more about my own sort of private life, and about some of the things that I don't get round to talking about on this YouTube channel. So I want to say a special thank you to Paul at Woodley Cottage. And Paul, thank you so much for the book and your generous gift. And page 37 was most interesting. Thank you. And to Joe from Lytham St Anne's in Lancashire, thank you, Joe. And to Betty and your lovely dad, who was a Bronze Star Medal veteran from World War II. Now, I opened up my email and I see that there's a new comment waiting approval on the bealtainecottage.com site, which is the website. And this really is the reason for this second video today, because I want to read this. It's more than a comment. It's actually a little letter. And what I'm going to do, by the way, Kay Thistleton, Kay, when I'm uploading this video, I'm going to write down the names that you've mentioned here, including your own name, and I'm going to fold it up tightly, and I'm going to place it underneath one of the 4 stones inside the stone circle. Because every time when I visit the stone circle, I think about the messages and the little wishes that are all there. So let me just read this from Kay. Dear Colette, forgive my Luddite tendencies. I am still not very technologically savvy, even about sending emails. I just wanted to say that I'm glad you are feeling a little better. You really have been working so hard for so long that it's not surprising that you ended up with the flu. And the emotional family visit, delightful as it may have been, did possibly affect you too, as saying farewell to loved ones is never easy. Hearing you speak of your family visit affected me too, and prompted this email. Although we would pass each other in the street as strangers, like so many of your followers, I would like to think of you as a kindred spirit. We share a similar age, similar experiences, similar passions. Your videos bring me comfort and joy, but just lately there has been precious little of either in my life. My family is in crisis, and hearing you talk of your children brought home to me how much I love my own and how powerless I am to make things better for them. I am estranged from my elder son Clay. My younger son Riley is currently in a mental health unit after his 9th attempt on his life. My daughter Erin, Riley's carer, is a single mother with serious health issues, trying to raise and homeschool her beautiful son, 10-year-old Dalton, while I am convalescing from my second knee replacement in under a year, and in the depths of severe depression. We are unravelling, or so it seems. Yet, as my late father said, where there is life, there is hope. And, thankfully, a little hope has returned in my life. I know the power of hope, the power of good wishes sent across the miles. When you said you were sick, like many of your followers, I held you in my thoughts and wished you well as I lit a candle for you. I know you do this for people you care for too. Even though we don't know each other, would it be too much to ask you to light a candle for me and my family, please? It would mean a lot to me, and I know it would do only good. I know Ireland is my spiritual home. My longing to be there is overwhelming. Friends have just holidayed there and are bringing me back a couple of pebbles collected from a beach near Galway. These pebbles will be more precious to me than diamonds, and remind me of my calling to one day make Ireland my home. I believe in miracles, and despite being in the depths of depression, miracles have happened. Riley is coming home. Erin has hung in and fought for him. Dalton and I have spent some time alone together, a rarity, and both my knees are slowly healing. All garden variety miracles, but miracles nonetheless. Finding your channel was a miracle too, awakening dreams I didn't even know I had, educating me, inspiring me, and truly bringing comfort in times of darkest despair. I cannot thank you enough for sharing your woodland sanctuary with us. It is a huge commitment, and you do it generously and patiently. You have made a difference in my life. I know you are time poor, and I expect no answer. Just know you are well wished from me in Australia, always. Go gently, and blessings to you and beloved Jack. Love and thanks, Kay. as I said, that wasn't a private email, that was a comment left on the bealtainecottage.com website. K. Take heart. Take heart, because all things pass. And it often seems to me that we are in a sort of a merry-go-round. You know those merry-go-rounds where the horses go up and then they go down? So it's a continual cycle of cares and concerns, good times and bad times, and things do pass. And I have found that it is hugely beneficial to take a problem, and for me it's usually in the form of a person, because I worry a lot about my family too, and I worry a lot about other things, but it's mostly people. Just to collect up the image of that person in your mind's eye and imagine you holding them very, very close. And imagine you being a powerful, powerful woman, a powerful, strong warrior woman, and holding them close. And you hold them very, very close, and you hug them, and you whisper to them, and you nurture them. And then you set them down gently, and you watch them walk away with a strong, straight back, and with courage and with strength to face whatever it is they have to face. That's a powerful meditation that can totally change the energy around someone who's experiencing difficulties. Now that's what I'm going to do for you, Kay, and I'm also going to write down the names that you've said here. So I'm going to write down the name Kay, I'm going to write down the name Riley and Clay and Erin and Dalton, and those names are going to go in the stone circle. So I'm going to take you outside and show you something that you haven't seen before. Just to round off this video. Yes, Jack, your mum is going to be silly now. So, those of you who, well, let me see, did I even say what I was doing yesterday? I took clothes to the laundrette, well, not the laundrette, it's like a little laundromat, it's like a little outdoors thing by the garage in Leitrim Village, and I got a whole load of clothes washed. So I just thought I'd let you see Colette's laundry. It's like a Chinese laundry here. Look. They're all hung up there, look. They're all hung up in the birds flying around. I hope the birds aren't landing on my clothes doing their business. So yeah, this is my laundry now. Doesn't that look fab? I just thought to myself, I'm going to make a little washing line. So I got up on a chair, me and my gym jam still, you know, because I'm sort of pottering. I'm on the potter. Yes. Jack says, I'm fed up with you being on the potter. Why don't you take me for a walk? Jack, you'll just have to be patient, okay? Yeah. So I got up there and I cut back lots of the wisteria that was growing on the inside of the little veranda, and then I hung up a double washing line. So isn't that fab? So of course, I don't really want clothes hanging there all the time. I don't want the place to look dishevelled, you know. So I thought, okay, just once in a while, you know, when I really need to. That's my little emergency drying station. So there we go. And yeah, I've got a couple of things hanging up in there as well. So we've had some rain, which is lovely. I've made myself, well, I've been very naughty really. I've made myself a cup of coffee. It's my second cup of coffee for the day. But I want to get stuck in and paint the rest of this. I know you're very kind, everyone, saying, it's lavender. It's not garish. Look, it's garish, okay. And I don't care. So, there we go. I shall say blessings to you all. And it would be nice for people who tune in just to be mindful for a minute or two of Kay. Because the power of healing energy is amazing. It really is amazing. So blessings to you all. As you can hear, I've got my Lyric FM on and it's wonderful. Blessings to you all. And hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with the video and feeling even more improved. Though I still have the sniffles and I'm blowing my nose heaps. Blessings. And blessings from Jack. Yeah.